What's up, everybody? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate everybody watching. I didn't put a whole lot of effort into this, so let me get the camera straight and everything. Figure out what's going on. I'm enjoying this beautiful flash flood weather here in North Carolina. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta do this real quick. I gotta take this phone cover off. My phone overheats if I leave it in the cover while it's live. So yeah, that's what's up with that. Let's get that taken care of real quick. What's up out there, everybody? Just chilling here in North Carolina on a beautiful flash flood type of Sunday. Worked out pretty good for me. As soon as I pulled into the receiver here, it basically started flooding. So yeah, thought I was late. I was told my appointment was I was told my appointment was for 3 p.m. I was close to making 3 p.m. Just wasn't gonna happen. And then the truck needed a park regen right before I took my 30-minute break, and then about 20 minutes into driving after my 30-minute break, the truck needs a park regen. Good timing on that. So I showed up about 2 hours late, and they told me, "Oh, well, I thought you were scheduled for tomorrow." So I don't know. I don't care if they schedule it for tomorrow. I've got nothing left to do today. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping they don't unload it tonight, because then I'm going to be scrounging around for a parking spot. So, if they don't unload it in the morning, I can chill here on their property and not have to worry about a parking spot. They got bathrooms. I got canned ham. Why does a guy need to go anywhere, right? Sue all came in today. I appreciate everybody coming in. Got 8 people in here, 0 likes. Just putting that out there. Do what you want to with your life, but hit that thumbs up for me if you could. And if you don't, I'm not gonna hold it against you, because I don't know who hits it and who doesn't. Don's in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Don. Don says, "What's up?" Not much. Chilling in North Carolina. Sun's starting to come back out. I ain't seen the sun in hours, so Mile High 1010's in here. What's up? That's where I'm at. All right, enjoying this beautiful weather. Dale's in the house. What's up, Dale? Mile High 1010 says, "I'm on US 231 in North Carolina." Is that I used to deliver over there off of 231 in Lincolnton over there. I used to do automotive parts out of a little warehouse, like in the woods over there. So yeah, I'm familiar with what did I say? 231. I grew up in Tennessee. 231's big over there. 321, he says. But yeah, I believe if I'm not mistaken, 321. I used to do a lot of that between 40 and Charlotte, going down that way. Lincolnton, I believe, is the name of that town. I probably got that all wrong. Let's see what's up with everybody. I got a K-Save in the house with a $10 super chat. What is up? Yeah, what's up, K-Save? I appreciate that $10. K-Save says, "What's up, dog? Why are you not at home?" I work a lot, K-Save. I'm a man on a mission. So I work the weekends. Pay is good on the weekend, man. Stay tuned a little later in the week. Probably tomorrow, I'll probably do a video on this load. Yeah, good times over there. Good times. I like these loads. Honest to God, I just wish I could do like 2 loads like this a week and go to the house. It'd be crazy revenue. But, the backhauls out of here ain't as good as coming in here, so. See what else is going on with everybody. Fatty 2x4 in the house. Thanks for coming in. Says, "Yo, Paul Harris." What's up, Paul? Just seen Paul over there in this guy Trucks live. I always like going over there and checking him out. I don't dare go live when he's live, man. He pulls like 200 people over there at this guy Trucks. if you guys don't know this guy's trucks, Trucker Wild in the house. Everybody go check out Trucker Wild's channel. He's over there. He's over there doing some good work. I would tell you what he does, but then he'd have to kill you. So, you can't ask Trucker Wild about the. So yeah, go check out Trucker Wild. Sorry, I got some slow internet here as usual. There's like two places in this world. I always say AT&T says they cover 98% of Americans. I think they mean Native Americans, because they sure as hell don't cover me, that's for sure. I must be that 2% that AT&T doesn't cover properly. Trucker Wild said, nice Mike Brady shirt. Yeah, I like my collared shirts, you know. Got to have a collared shirt. Actually, I just realized I still own this shirt. I was going through my cabinets back there, because I got like 3 or 4 t-shirts that I just constantly rotate. And I was like, hey, I think I'm going to throw this on. So, appreciate the compliment. Yeah, very Mike Brady of me. See here. Fatty 2x4. You know, it's funny because I always dress like a slob, and my dad's always had blue collar jobs, like factory jobs. I didn't see him wear a t-shirt till I was about 25. Like, he always has on like a polo or a button up, you know. Just and it didn't rub off on me. Let's see here. Who else in here? Fatty 2x4. I'm at CSS. Man, if I could talk, I'd be awesome. I'm at C&S in Greenville, South Carolina. Can't deliver till tomorrow morning. Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm kind of in the same scenario, you know. I showed up here late, and I'm not sure I've ever done one of these loads that delivered on Sunday. Typically, I pick them up on like Thursday, and they deliver on Saturday. So I did one, it was like a day later. So I've never been here on a Sunday. I know, like, on Saturday and Friday I've been here for sure. They don't unload till second shift. So, or maybe third shift. They typically, like, they don't even, like, attempt to start unloading till like 7 or 8 o'clock at night. So I'm kind of hoping they don't. I'm hoping they wait till in the morning. That way I got an excuse to stay on their property. Because this is one of those places where when you're unloaded, you're expected to leave. But when you've got their freight, you know, you're like family around here. It's like the Olive Garden. So yeah, Fatty 2x4. I'm kind of in the same boat, but I'm not hating on it right now. Trucker Wild in the house. Appreciate you coming in, Trucker Wild. Like I said, everybody go check out Trucker Wild. Just don't ask him what he's hauling, because he may have to kill you. He's doing some James Bond type work over there for the government. But it's interesting to watch. Just don't ask too many questions. Trucker Wild says, are you shipping and doing architectural design on the side? Yes. Yes. I thought I would wear a collared shirt today and not look like a normal slob that I do. I've got like 5 of those orange Dickies shirts, and I just keep rotating them. So I thought today, you know, I got up and took a shower. I actually took a shower last night. You know how that goes. And do that sometimes out here on the road. And I thought, hey, I'll actually put on a decent looking shirt today and look presentable tomorrow for the customer. And yeah, it worked out great for me. Worked out real well. Rhino Ryan says, hi, beans and spam. Yeah, hey. I got a pound of ham back there, or a pound of bacon that's got to be cooked. It's been in that fridge for like 2 weeks now. So, yeah, may do some, I don't know. I got some pinto beans back there. May do some beans and pintos. You know, have to fumigate this truck probably midday tomorrow. Fatty 2x4 says, I just ordered Uber Eats. LOL, no canned chili for me tonight. Hey, you living the life out there, man. Where I'm at, I don't think Uber's coming out here. I'm in rural North Carolina. But hey, you know, I got canned ham and ramen noodles back there, so you know, hell, I could live a week on just that. So, See, Dan's in the house. What's up, Dan? Says, hey, from Michigan. What's up, Dan? Thanks for coming in, everybody. Appreciate it. Don says, I would tell them don't worry about it and do it first thing in the morning. Yeah. Um, I don't think the lady in there has any kind of pull or she doesn't do anything on Sunday. She's probably just like comes in, she takes your paperwork and says, I'll have somebody deal with it in the morning. So I don't think they're going to get to it tonight. I've been here, I've probably been to this place 15 times now. I've never seen it this dead. I've never been here on Sunday. I mean, it's a ghost town, and this place is usually like a beehive. There's dropping hooks going on everywhere. The yard guys moving around everybody's trucks. So, probably get my reset in. I do. Actually, I don't know if I have it yet or not. I'm looking at a load in Virginia, excuse me. Normally what we do is we come down here, we drop this here, and then there's all right. Sorry about the complaining. Apparently my air pressure dropped sitting here. Oh, see where I was at. Sorry, AT&T keeps dropping it on me, so we'll get moving through it. But I don't think the lady. I don't know if I've said it or not, but I will be so happy when this 2-year contract crap is up on this AT&T and I can go back to Verizon, because this is driving me absolutely crazy. Let's see, where was I at? But yeah, I don't think the lady in there has any kind of pull on what's going on. I think she's just taking paperwork. So normally what we do is we come down here, we drop this, and there's a chicken processing facility about 30 miles away. We grab a load out of there and it goes straight back to Minnesota. I don't particularly care for that load because they take forever to unload it on the other end, and it's nasty. They like destroy your trailer with chicken blood and guts. So I'm trying to get a load out of Norfolk, Virginia that I like, that I've been doing out of here. Normally when I come here, I call the guy that's got those and I try to get those. They don't pay as much, and I have to deadhead to Norfolk, but it's not enough to make a difference to me. Like, they both pay mediocre, so why not? So yeah, they don't pay enough. There's not enough difference there to. I'll see what's up here. Trucker Wild $4.99 super chat. Thank you very much for that. It says, for the love of hitting Carol Brady and possibly Alice. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding on that one. Carol Brady was a sleeper, man, let me tell you. See, where was I at here? Oh, 411 says, what's up, brother? Like your channel. I'm from the Bronx. Very informative page. Thanks for coming in, 411 from the Bronx. Are you over the road? Are you local there in NYC? DIY Semi, hi there. What's up, DIY Semi? Thanks for coming in. Everybody go check out DIY Semi. He has a very informative channel as well. I was catching up on some of his videos this morning, a matter of fact, because over the past year, I wasn't a subscriber the entire year. So I was going back watching some stuff of his that he had done before I subscribed. A lot of good stuff over there. Rhino says, Hormel and Oscar Myers, LOL. Yeah, I don't even think the ham I have is name brand, I just throw a couple cans of something back there. That way if I run out of food, or not, can't run out of food, but if I can't get somewhere to get food, I got something. So, Rhino says, no home time when the payments are due. Haha, yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to move right now, and you know how expensive moving is, so, and rates were doing pretty good, so, trying to stay busy, trying to stay at it. Dale says, I was in Atlanta the other day when you was there. I did a local and dead-headed to Dallas. Wow, man, that's a crazy deadhead to Dallas from Atlanta. That's like, dang, it's probably like, what, 700 miles, something like that. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do, though. Atlanta was garbage, man. I know when I was there the other day, like, they can keep it. They can keep it. A lot of people was down there, man. Everybody was in Atlanta the other day. I mean, there was some good rates going in. You know, I was doing really good going in. K-Save was down there. I got to speak to K-Save. Who else was there? Jeremy Griggs. I didn't get to speak to Jeremy, but I wanted to. And then I found out DIY Semi was down there. Man, we could have had a barbecue. All the people was down there. Froglid says, hi, what's up, Froglid? Appreciate you coming in. Appreciate everybody coming in. Paul Harris says, I was talking to a reefer company and they were expecting you to wait for loading, no issue, but they did expect you to run when it was your normal bunk hours. This is typical. Expecting you to wait for loading, yeah. I mean, like, it's just how it is in reefer, man. You're gonna wait a lot, especially like, you know, it's funny because over here where we pick up this chicken, you know, it's a processing facility. You know, live chickens come in one side of the building, it comes out, you know, hits my trailer on the other side of the building, not alive, and it's quick, but they do load quick out of there. So yeah, it's all part of it over there. But some of them, you know, like I have been at chicken processing facilities and pork facilities, like, I mean, 8 to 10 hours to load. So yeah, I don't know, like, when you say your bunk hours, your normal bunk hours, like, I don't know, in reefer there really is no normal hours. You know, there might be one day where you know, you have a 1 a.m. delivery, and then, you know, the following day you got a 3 p.m. delivery. You just never know. Reefer is a little screwed up like that. Got another super chat. K-Save says, what's up? Says, I don't know whether you remember my dark yellow sunglasses, but I bought new ones. No more driving with my high beams on. Alright, yeah. Sometimes you got to replace those headlights, man. Especially when you're, you know, when you're rolling the miles you're rolling. If those are original, man, sometimes they gotta go. Let's see, what's up, everybody? So, yeah, Paul Harris. Like, if it's a reefer company, probably no such thing as like normal bunk hours. Now, if, you know, I wouldn't run illegal if that's what they're telling you. You know, they're saying, oh, you got to run illegal. It's just the way it is. And just tell them, no, it's not. Now, if it's my choice to run illegal, so be it. I wouldn't do it. I'm just saying. My choice, it's okay. If they're telling you to do it, it's not okay. And if a company ever tells you to do anything illegal like that, always ask them to text you, or you know, Qualcomm it if you got a Qualcomm, or a broker, or anybody that ever asks you to do anything illegal. Make sure you get it in writing. That way, you know, when they fire you or they try to do something about it, you know, like take a load away from you or try to, you know, hold your check or something. You know, at that point, when you lawyer up, you got proof. Rhino says, man, yeah, I got my Saturday night shower. Gonna be a good week. Yeah, I'm like the Three Stooges, man. Every third Saturday, you know, I gotta have a shower every third Saturday. I get pretty funky if I don't get one about every other day, you know. Every third day, maybe in the winter, you know, when I ain't sweating, but whew, anything past like 2 or 3, man, it just ain't working for me. But yeah, I'll see. Rhino, heck of a lot cheaper eating in the truck unless you got free meal tickets. Yeah, funny you should say that. I stopped at a Circle K in Virginia earlier, and I thought, hey, I'll buy a few snacks or whatever, you know. And I get to the counter and it was like $18, and I was like, wait a minute, I got like, you know, like what did I buy? So I got to looking at it, and they were wanting like $4 for a little convenience store hamburger and $3.50 for a slice of pizza. And I was just like, I got to rethink this. Like, $18, I could be eating steak at the house, man. So I decided to pass on that $4 convenience store hamburger and trimmed it down a little bit. See, Paul Harris, also detention didn't pay until you were waiting for unload. Yeah, that's if you're going to be a company driver as a reefer, they got to pay me detention. It's just the way it is. Like, and it's got to be one of those things where it's not dependent on the customer paying you, or the company, because I don't care if they pay to, I don't, my deal isn't with the customer. My deal's with the company if I work for a company. So you got to pay me detention. It's like, I don't understand how Tyson Foods, being like the biggest food, processor in the country, gets away with paying their drivers no detention pay whatsoever. Because they wait a lot. There's just too many interruptions in the food chain. Like, if one little thing goes wrong, bam, you're sitting there waiting 4 or 5 hours. I don't see how to keep people. So, yeah. I would be picky if we're going to do a reefer, because I'll tell you like this. If I was going to be a company driver, I wouldn't do refrigerated as a company driver, unless it was with someone that was really going to pay me really good. Like these mega fleets that do reefer, don't want no part of it. Just not for me, because there's too much wait time in it. When you're a company driver, you just want to get them miles, and the best thing to do is find you a company that pays decent, and they pay you all the miles you drive, like practical miles, and get them dropping hooks. Just dropping hook, dropping hook, dropping hook. That's all you want, because as a company driver reefer, you're not really gaining experience. I mean, honestly, like it takes like 10 minutes to learn how to turn a reefer on, set the temperature. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's either on start and stop, or it's either on continuous. That's pretty much it. It's on or it's off. The temperature is set, and it's on start or stop. There's really no there's really no science to it. It's like pulling a dry van with, basically. Again, appreciate that $4.99 Trucker Wild. Got me thinking about Carol Brady now. Thank you. Rhino says, I'm thankful for my flatbed. Yeah, I used to do flatbed. Yeah, flatbed's fun if you like the manual labor. See, and there's where I am fat and lazy. And actually, my big thing with flatbed is good money if you're good at securement. If you take forever to secure a load, you're wasting your time with flatbed. I don't know. I tried to learn all these little tricks of the trade, and it just never panned out for me. I never was like quick at it. You just got to have a way about it, like, because that's where you make or break yourself in flatbed, is securement. So yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. Like, once I did get something secured, it took me 2 hours to chain down a coil. Like what is it? I do like 8 chains. I'm talking like a 45,000 pound coil. A big coil, one coil right in the middle. It would take me like 2 hours. I would do like 8 chains, and then tarp over it, and then like a strap or two, at least one, maybe 2 straps over the tarp. I was in it solid 2 hours. It just, and there would be guys beside me that man, they make it look so easy, dude. Like, they'd have everything done in like 45 minutes, and it would look better than mine at 2 hours. And I was just like, I'm in the wrong game. So I had to change the game. See what's everybody doing. DIY Semi says, damn AT&T. Yeah, man. Never in my life have I had a company that I had disdain for. You know what I mean? Like, I feel I feel like they shiny nickeled me into something, you know, that I knew better. It was just bad. I don't even like the free phones I got out of it. Sad part, you know what I mean? Like, I'm fixing to go back to, what's the one at Walmart, Straight Talk or whatever? You know, I had Straight Talk on a Verizon phone. Like, I got out of my Verizon contract and just went and got Straight Talk on a Verizon phone. Dude, I had better luck with that than I did this AT&T. Trucker Wild in the house. Everybody go check out him again. That's well worth a watch. He says, what's up, DIY Semi? Yeah, DIY Semi. Go check him out as well. He just got the 1,000 subs. I'm proud of that for him. He's got me on this Mudflap app. I don't know if you guys are aware of Mudflap, but go check out his video on fuel cards. I finally got everything signed up on the Mudflap, so as soon as I get out of this area, back to the Midwest, I'm probably going to fill up for the first time on the Midwest, or on a Mudflap, because Mudflap basically doesn't have any stations in like North Carolina, South Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia. I mean, they got very little coverage in this area. But I was kind of ticked because I did find one in Illinois that I should have got fuel at the other day. I could have saved. I was doing it with what I bought fuel for in Illinois the other day, and if I would have went and used the Mudflap app, I would have saved $35 on that one fill up. So I'm kicking myself at this point, but yeah, we're fixing to get on that. And do they give you the 1 penny every time? Like for every gallon I buy, you get a penny? Because I put your promo code in. I was hoping they would kick that back to you. See, Rhino says, rates definitely come up a little bit for us too. It's been a struggle to keep $2.75, $3 a mile. Yeah, they're doing a little better. That's pretty good for a flatbed rate, I think. $2.75, $3. Is that counting the securement, or is that the rate and then you get securement on top of that? Because that's a dang good rate. So yeah. Let's see here. Thanks again for the $4.99 K-Save. K-Save's the guru. K-Save kind of does what I do. He runs a lot of reefer. Let's see, DIY Semi says we could have had quite a live stream collab with all of us. Yeah, there was everybody was there. I found out after after I realized I was out of there. Everybody was like, hey, I was there. Like I said, I wanted to talk to Jeremy, but I thought he was asleep. I walked by his truck and I thought he was asleep, and then he said he hollered at me, but I got hearing problems. I'm about half deaf, so but yeah, I like to talk to everybody, put some faces to some names. See, Trucker Wild says something to look forward to. DIY Semi says, yo, Trucker Wild, what's up? Paul Harris says it was a beef and they said it could take 24 hours. Ouch. At 24 hours, yeah, it's tough on those because, like, you want to sleep, but then you're like, as soon as they call me, it's, as soon as I fall asleep, they're going to call me and say, hey, it's time to go. So it's tough. You gotta sleep when you can. That would be my advice if you're going to do reefer, is anytime you can, catch a nap, get some rest. That's just, But 24 hours, yeah, I mean, I've had some like that, man. I've had some loads like that. I had a chicken load one time. God, I must have sat there for 20 hours. And I think they paid me for like 3 hours of detention. It was something stupid, It was like, I sat there for 20 hours, and I think I got like $75 or something. I was like, oh, man. I'm like, yeah, thanks for the minimum wage, guys. Thanks for the minimum wage. And then I'm still arguing. It's been so long ago, but I did a load out of South Dakota. Like, I don't know how long ago it was, but I did a load out of there, and I am still arguing about the detention on that. Because it says on the rate con, we paid attention after 4 hours. And I'm like, that's kind of bull crap. I got to give you 4 hours of my life for nothing. But I was there for 8 hours. And I got it written on the paperwork. I got all the documents I need. And this broker still ain't come off his money. So, I don't know. And it's like, I think it's like $20 an hour they paid attention out there. So it's like, they know, like, how far are you going to go for $80, you know? And it was a good paying load. And it wasn't even like I cared to sit there for the 8 hours, other than the fact they didn't let me use their bathroom. I ain't saying I'm going to use the bathroom in your parking lot, but I ain't saying I'm not going to do it either. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up in the country. Like, you know, any place is a good place when the mood strikes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, it was South Dakota. It was winter. It was like 8 degrees outside, but, you know, I'm just saying. Say Rhino says chickens fly through the building. I think he's saying he's losing sleep, having to load off duty or on sleeper berth and still be expected to drive when the 10-hour break is up. Yeah, sometimes that loading time is your break. I don't know. I have mixed feelings on that, because it's like, I don't want you to give away your time for free. But at the same time, you know, I'm out here away from my family. I just want to make money, you know? Like, if I'm sitting in a dock for 8 hours, 10 hours, you know, I'm probably logging, you know, I'm going to log that if, you know, because what do they say? If you're allowed to leave the shipper or receiver, you can, you know, if you're in your bunk, you can log that off duty or whatever. I'm just saying, like, I'm gonna do the process whichever way makes me the most money. But yeah, I get that. If you don't want to, you know, if you don't get proper sleep, you definitely want, you know, to work that load where you do get, you know, another break in. And that's one thing I will tell you about reefer that I have found is these mega carriers and these brokers are scheduling these loads to move so slow. You shouldn't have any problem getting in more rest. Most loads I get, you know, that's why I drive so slow, because I'm in no rush. These loads, like, they got like an extra 10 to 12 hours on them most of the time. That's why I like these loads, actually, from Minnesota to North Carolina. I picked it up Friday afternoon. They wanted it here Sunday afternoon. You know, straight through, wide open. So, just saying. Sometimes, you know, it's up to you. You got to figure out. You got to figure out how you want to play that, because if you don't want to, give up your break, you know, to be in the dock, then, you know, you got to make decisions about that, because ultimately, if that's what they're going to expect of you, then you know, you got to do something else if you're not cool with it. But let's see here. Rhino says, man, I save a lot. I got a microwave and a Lodge cast iron grill. Man, only way to go. Groceries much cheaper than country fried jerky they call steak. Yeah, I'm a picky guy. I am a picky guy, let me tell you, when it comes to stuff like that. Like, when I eat out, I want, you know, I want something for my money. So, most of the time, like, I'll grab snacks in the truck stop or whatever, but usually I stop at like Target or Walmart or some sort of grocery store once a week minimum. It's just too expensive, like you said. I'm not out here to you know, support the TA that don't give a crap about truckers or the pilot or whatever. I missed the comment there. Business school dropouts in the house. What's up, business school dropout? Says, I can't see the Huggies in the background. Oh man, yeah, they're right here. Right here. They're not lit. Let me There you go. I always got my fresh Huggies box back there. Let's see here. But yeah, I got a microwave. I got a hot plate. I'm contemplating the Instapot. It's like a pressure cooker. I think I'm gonna get one of those, man. I'm gonna be pot roasting. But yeah, definitely thinking about the Instapot. Let's see what all we got going on here. Um, Wild Bill in the house. What's up, Wild Bill? Appreciate you coming in. Wild Bill's the man. Appreciate that coming in. Checking everything out. Says Rhino says, "What's up, Wild Bill? Cash, I like the work. Keeps me in shape and love the challenge of every different load." Yeah, hey man, if you, like I said, if you like flatbed, then that's a blessing because you're gonna make more money, especially as an owner operator. You're gonna make more money, and if you're good at it, it's gonna be killer. It's gonna be killer. Wildbeard Trucking says 19.99 super chat. That's crazy, Wildbeard. I appreciate that. I'm glad to see Wild Bill's Wild Bill as well, but Wild Beard is in here. I used to have somewhat of a beef with Wild Beard, and it's one of those things. YouTube beef ain't worth it. It's just not. I'd rather get along with everybody, and I used to, because I had this whole thing, like. I don't know. I didn't like the mega carriers doing the lease and all, but at the end of the day, I don't like the whole lease purchase setup. But if somebody does it, it's up to them to do it. Like, who am I to say what you should and shouldn't do? But I appreciate that, Wild Beard. Everybody check out Wild Beard. He's over there. Are you still at Hirschbach, Wild Beard? But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. You got to be careful when you're making YouTube because, like a lot of times I go back and watch things I do and I'm like, oh man, like why was I so angry? For what reason? Was I getting myself so worked up? Wow, what a name. Let me try this. Alamino Con 060. Strap it up. Yeah, that's for sure. If you're going to do flatbed, I assume that's what you're talking about. Rhino says, I do 6 chains, 48,000 pound or less. Suicide loads. 2 of those are size bigger chains, though. Yeah, see, Rhino, I was never good enough to figure all that out with flatbed. So, yeah. I don't know. Like, either you got it or you don't, to me, with flatbed. Like, if you want to try it, I say give it 6 months, give it a year. If you ain't got good at it in that amount of time, maybe try something else. Because I would always be like second guessing it in my head as well. Like, did I put enough straps on that? Did I do this right? It was always a mess. Not as far as the strapping down, but the thoughts, like when I got on the road, it was always a mess. I never was confident in it. And that's when I was like, okay, it's time to get out of it. 48,000 pound or less suicide. Yeah, see, I'm trying to think of the one I was doing that took forever. I think that was not suicide. That was shotgun. It was front to back. The whole went with the trailer, not against it, or crossways, or whatever. See, I don't even know the lingo anymore. Don's in here. He says, let me get those doors swing, LOL. Yeah, that's me, man. Flatbed was not my forte. Just never got good at it, like, I don't know. It's just not for everybody. That's for dang sure. At least it wasn't for me. I mean, I could do it, but it was like I wasn't efficient at it. So, see, DIY semi house says, I'm not sure if I will get the penny. I have to check that network is growing fast. Okay, yeah, they, when you pop on that mud flap app, that's what DIY semi is talking about. Everybody check out the mud flap app if you buy your own fuel. They had a thing on there because I emailed them about putting your promo on there, and they sent me an email back. By the way, they have very good customer service because I asked them at like 11 o'clock last night if they could put that on there, and like 5 minutes later they responded, hey, it's been added. So, but yeah, they're definitely adding a lot because when you pop on that out, man, the new locations are all over the place. And they had a thing on there, suggest new locations. And I had like 2 truck stops I suggested because one of them's an Ambest, and I really wish they would get it because I used to fuel there all the time. And I like it because in the winter, it's in Wisconsin. It's the North Point Travel Plaza, and it's in, what is that called? Poignant, Wisconsin. But yeah, I wish they would add that Poignant Travel, or North Point and Poignant, because they do really good treated fuel in the winter. Like, I would buy their fuel, like, I mean, that guy told me they treat that fuel to like negative 20 degrees. So you don't have to buy fuel treatment if you fill up there. That's for sure. And I like that stop. There's a McDonald's right next to it. I wish they would add that one. But yeah, I hope you get that penny because, that's like one of those things. If I would have saved $35 on one fill up the other day, I'm definitely going to hit that spot on the way back up to give it a shot. And, the way it is, man, if I could save $35 per fill up, like, shoot, yeah, I hope you get that penny because I would have never known about Mud Flap if it hadn't been for that video. Rhino says, I'm an owner-operator, just get straight rates. Some break it down and separate the extras like tarp and securement. Most don't, but yeah, says most don't, but it is what it is. Yeah, I mean, honestly, if you're getting good rates, like, because it's like here, like I've had people tell me, oh, you need to break out your fuel surcharge separate, than your rate. And I'm like, that's not really, I'd rather just get the flat rate because most of the time flat rate pays better. If they start breaking it down and putting fuel surcharge, they're going to look at that rate. They're going to look at that mileage rate and they're going to go, like on a certain load, say you're getting $4 a mile. They throw you a flat rate out there. They don't think about the mile rate, they just put the number on it. And I'm afraid if you get them to thinking like, wow, that's like a $4 load, maybe we should reel that in a little bit, So I prefer a flat rate. It just seems like to me it works out better that way. Let's see here. DIY Semi says Starbucks card arrives tomorrow. Hope your wife doesn't steal it. Yeah, my 2-year-old knows what a pink drink is. So Starbucks gift cards at my house, ooh, like they just won't last. But what he's talking about, everybody, if you didn't catch it, DIY Semi had a live show the other day and he gave away a bunch of gift cards on there, and I won a Starbucks $15 Starbucks gift card. So definitely subscribe to DIY Semi. I ain't saying he does it all the time, but like he had a little 1,000 subscriber, well, I shouldn't say little, it's pretty big, when you hit that 1,000 mark when you've been working at it a year. He hit his 1,000 subscriber mark and gave away some gift cards. So definitely check him out, like he's dropping all this knowledge about working on your truck and being profitable, and he gives away gift cards. Like, I don't know what more you could want. Rhino says, trucking life, right? Rhino, LOL, ain't even minimum wage. Yeah, man, some of these detentions and stuff like that is ridiculous. Like, I don't know. Like, I appreciate the money, but it's like, you didn't even, like, I was there for like a whole day and you're going to drop me, 60, 70, 80 bucks. Like, I worked for a carrier back in the day that paid $40 a day for layover pay. I laid over for an entire day. Like, they sent me to a customer on like a Monday or Tuesday, and the load wasn't even ready for like the past when I got there the next day. So I had to drive down to a truck stop, wait 24 hours plus, probably like 28 hours, came back. They gave me $40 for that. Mega carrier though, like USA Truck. I'll just put it out there. I don't know why I'm trying to hide that. It was USA Truck. Like, USA Truck not known for paying, let me tell you. Swamp Girl 69 in the house. What's up, Swamp Girl? Said, what did I miss? Hey. Not much. Just shooting a breeze here. I thought I was running late, but apparently I'm like way early. So, you know, that's what it is. Rhino. Yep. Swamp Girl says, I'm in Oklahoma City now. Beer load. Alright. Those are always fun. Is that temperature controlled beer load? Or is that just a dry load of beer? Let's see. Swamp Girl 69 says, I need a fridge that will last. Yeah, this truck came with a fridge in it, and I've got one of those Coleman coolers at the house. I cannot remember for the life of me to put it in this truck when I go home. Like, I gotta put a note on the window or something. Like, I've been home, like, I bet the last 10 times I've been home, I've been like, I gotta get that cooler. It still ain't in here. Honestly, the other day I thought about just buying one. I seen them at the Flying J or somewhere for after rebate. It was like $99, and I was like, at this point, it's probably cheaper just to buy the dang thing to have it in the truck, because, you know, there's times when, especially a reefer driver, it pays to have a little bit of extra storage. You know, because people have overages at these grocery warehouses, and yeah, I mean, when I took a load out to California back in the spring, and I don't know if I ever talked about it on the load or not, but I had, they rejected 900, I think it was 900 pounds of mashed potatoes, like in a bag, in a box, mashed potatoes. They rejected them. You know, one had busted and leaked on the boxes. So, like, the bags were still sealed. I stacked them all up in my passenger seat and threw them away at a dumpster because I couldn't miss the next load I was going to get. But yeah, I had a couple bags of mashed potatoes the next couple days, you know. But yeah, a good refrigerator. Oh my God, I don't know what I'd do without it, because, yeah, well worth the money. Well worth the money. Business School Dropout says, thanks. Yeah, man, it's no problem. Right there. That box ain't going nowhere. That's like the sturdiest box in the world. That thing's been dropped and fell off and everything, and it's good to go. Wild Beard Trucking says, love you, bro. Thanks, Wild Beard. I give it to you, Wild Beard. You did not get in the argument with me. It was so funny. It was like I was arguing with myself. I respect that. You know what I mean? Like, when somebody's arguing with you and you just don't even get involved with it, or even more so, you just like agree with them. It's like the most, I don't know. It's like the best way to handle an argument. It really is, because, man, I felt like an idiot after that. I was like, why was I arguing with him? Like, he never argued with me. But yeah. See, Swamp Girl says Freightliner has a fridge. Yeah, this Freightliner I got now has a fridge in it. It's not as big as I would like. Let me swing you around here. It's right there. It's not as big as I would like on the inside. You know, it's kind of small. It's got a teeny tiny little freezer in it, which is basically just a waste of space, because you can't get anything in there. But yeah, I need to get another one of those electric Coleman coolers to go up here in the front, because if I could keep all my beverages up here, I could actually put food in the refrigerator, because those Coleman coolers are not refrigerators. They will keep stuff cold, but in the summer heat, they only drop at about 30 to 40 degrees. So I wouldn't put too much food in those, like cooked food that's already been cooked is fine to go in there. Like, if you're just going to keep it cool, do you reheat it? That's fine. But watch certain type of foods you put, especially like meats and stuff like that, in those Coleman coolers. They're definitely worth $100 for those Coleman coolers, though. I do believe. Paul Harris says, I have slept in a dock, but I hate the death hours of 2 to 5 a.m. driving. But when I was teaming, it was okay for me then. I typically drove for 3 weeks, 5 p.m. to 5 a.m., and then the opposite for the next weeks later. Yeah, I try to stay out of that 2 to 5 a.m. myself, like, unless I got a delivery in that time. But then typically what I do is I try to get as close to that delivery as possible, so I don't have to do a lot of driving in those hours. The other day I did a red-eye load from Minnesota down to Chicago. It picked up at like 6 or 8 in the afternoon, and it had to be delivered like the next morning. I hate those loads like that, because especially when you're on a day schedule, but you got to do what you got to do. By all means, anytime I get a load like that, I plan me out like 2 or 3 places I can stop along the way that I know I'm going to get parking no matter what time of night, like a big rest area, or a mom and pop truck stop that never fills completely. That way, if I get tired, I'm stopping for like an hour or two. I'll get a good long nap in and get up and do it. Driving tired, it'll get you nowhere. Fatty 2x4 says, I use a Coleman stove quite a bit. Best investment I ever bought for the truck. You talking about those propane ones? Because I've been looking at those myself. Yeah, I've been looking into something similar. So yeah, any information you got on those? I seen a video of a guy had a butane, I can't remember the guy's name. He has a YouTube channel. I'll think of it later probably, but yeah, he had a butane one. You just get like a can of butane and like inserts into the stove. The can stays in there. Said he could cook like 3 or 4 meals with it, so I don't know, maybe worth it. Wild Beard, I appreciate that $19.99 again. And let's see. Yeah, thanks for that super chat, Wild Beard. Swamp Girl 69 says, I cook on my truck with an Instapot. Alright, yeah. I've been looking at those Instapots. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am, yeah, it would be nice to have something like that on the truck to cook, like, bigger meals that, like last more than one meal. You know what I mean? Like, throw a pot roast in there and you got like, 2 days worth of food. So I've been looking at those. I thought about getting an air fryer, but I think in just a regular sleeper truck, an air fryer is a little tough to manage. If you've got one of those, like the big sleepers, like 100-inch sleeper or whatever, where you got a countertop, I'd be all about that air fryer. But I think in just a regular sleeper truck, because honestly, no one wants to go on the road with me anymore, because I'm in the stage of trucking where I'm not out to see sights. Like, if one of the kids wanted to go with me, yeah, we'd probably stop and enjoy the sights a little bit more. But I'm in the stage of trucking now where I've seen most things. I've stopped and I've took the time and went, I went and visited the museums, and I've tried to get some culture out of driving a truck. But I'm at the point now to where I'm about stacking cash, and I'd like a few more years on the road, good years running hard, couple 3 years, reel it back a little bit after that, not be out on the road for as much. So with that being said, nobody wanting to go on the road with me, I've thought about yanking this passenger seat out, because honestly it's just a waste of space. The cushion is gone. I took the cushion off of that seat and put it on this seat, and you know, I don't know if that bends down, but whoever had this seat before me, I don't know if y'all can see that or not, but yeah, whoever had that seat before me destroyed that seat. So I'm thinking about taking that out and like from the refrigerator all the way to the dash, building me a countertop. I'll be like Chef Boyardee over there, cooking it up. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm thinking about doing that. I'm gonna, cause I never go in and out of the passenger door. Nothing ever happens over there. So I'm honestly thinking about taking the passenger seat out, building, putting in like, I thought about going to like Lowe's, just measuring it, going to like Home Depot or Lowe's and buying me a counter, like a cabinet, like a bottom cabinet, and put some nice granite countertops on it. You know what I'm saying? Like put my pots and pans under there. I'm talking like cooking it up, just going all out with it. So I don't know, maybe put me an industrial hood over here, like to vent it out, be selling burritos at the truck stop in the parking lot. I don't know. I got some crazy thoughts for a truck, let me tell you. Need to put some of this in action. Rhino says, leave the lot lizards alone. You can quit buying Huggies. Oh man. Yeah, I will be so glad when I don't buy Huggies no more, man. I'm in pull-ups right now, and it's never again. Once we get through this pull-up stage, I'm out on diapers until I have to start buying them for myself in my old age. Wild Beer, we good, brother? Yeah, we're good. I appreciate it. Let's see. Paul Harris says, flatbed versus reefer, you are killing it. Yeah, flatbed can kill it too, though. Flatbed, I've seen some really good rates on flatbed. But flatbed's a whole nother beast, man. Flatbed is one of those where I would suggest, if you want to do flatbed, go put some time in. Go put some time in with a company that has a good training program. And I'm not saying give it away. Don't give your time away. Don't give all that effort away. But yeah, if you can find a good company that'll teach you flatbed, and you think you want to do that, by all means, there's good money over there in flatbed. Flatbed and reefer are kind of similar as far as the money and being an owner operator. They're both seasonal. You'll both hit, it's a little bit of a roller coaster in rates. But it depends on if you're good at flatbed. I will say this, if you're good at it and you can get that stuff secured and get back on the road with it, you could probably make a little bit more money. Probably could. It's just how it is. Especially if you can do LTL flatbed. If you're good at it and you can get into LTL flatbed, some of those like partials pay as much as a truckload, and you can get 2 or 3 of those bad boys on there, and it's gravy. Let's see. Wildbeard says, we good, brother, for now. Yeah, Wildbeard, it's all good. I don't know why I hate on anybody for doing what they want to do. It's like, I may not agree with the company, but I should never say anything bad about you because of it. It's like, Wild Bear says it's all love, man. Appreciate that, Wild Bear. Squash and beef. That's what's for dinner, squash and beef. Let's see. Swamp Girl 69 says hello. Hey, Swamp Girl. See, DIY Semi says 7 years of flatbed and step deck. Yeah, I didn't realize that till that live the other day where you were talking about you were doing step deck hauling equipment in the past. I didn't know that. That is that's a long time to do it. That's plenty of experience. Let's see. Rhino says 3 months. You'll know if it's right or not. Yeah. Yeah, Rhino, you're right. I mean, I should have known after the first 2 weeks it wasn't right for me. You know what I mean? Like, the first time they sent me up there to, what's it called? Hardy Board in Peru, Illinois. The first time I went to Hardy Board and I had to climb up on that slick plastic in the middle of winter, I knew it wasn't for me right then. Like, I had to carry that tarp to the top of that 13-foot tall load, and it had like that, you know, that plastic they cover a boat in, you know, like real thick, heavy plastic. That's what they wrap that freaking like special order Hardy board. You know, it's like cement. It's like cement siding for houses, but it's real thin cement. But they paint it there at the factory, like the special order stuff. They paint it, and then they send it out, but they wrap it in this plastic, like, you know, like you would wrap a boat in. And man, I was up on top of that, and that wind caught that tarp, and like I was just like, I had an option: do I slide to the end and fall off, or does I let go of the tarp and have to roll the tarp up and start all over again? Tough decision to make. Tough decision. Luckily I stopped. It didn't like keep me going, you know. Luckily the tarp caught on the side and didn't go nowhere. But let me tell you, there for a second I thought I was a goner. Let's see. Paul Harris says, it always scared me with paper rolls, 5 rolls that were 7 foot wide and 6 foot tall, couldn't strap. Can't remember the weights, but it was max weights. Yeah, some of those paper loads, man, are tricky like that. I used to pick them up. They weren't the big round ones, but they were as tall as the trailer. And it always worried me because they would put like those little green plastic bands around them. And I'm like, dude, those things weigh like 3,000 pounds each. If they go to tip over, that plastic band is going to be in the next county. Like, but yeah, when I was at USA Truck, we had a guy roll a paper load, and that roll of paper came through the front of the trailer and through the back of the truck and rolled over the guy. And it was not a happy day at USA Truck. You know, but when I was at USA Truck, I don't know if it's still like that or not, but they were rolling a truck every day. Every day they had a rollover accident on average for like 5 months. I'm not even joking about that. Like, because when I started there, they were trying to grow and expand, so they were bringing in like, you know, they probably had like 50 drivers a week quitting. So they were having to replace the drivers that were quitting, plus trying to hire another 50. I mean, I used to tell people, if you had a pulse, USA Truck would hire you. Like, that's all you needed to get hired on there, was to be able to fog a mirror. So yeah, those paper loads are a little tricky. You got to babysit them paper loads. Got to watch those on ramps, no slamming on the brakes. I'm not a fan of paper loads, but when I was at USA Truck, man, International Paper was like their biggest customer. So the first 6 months, like every third load was a rolls of paper. Don says, I think of that also when I watch some people getting so angry on YouTube and just for the views, right? Yeah, you got to you got to reevaluate, you know, sometimes. And I don't know. Sometimes I look back on the older videos and it's cringeworthy. Wildbeard says, what kind of tattoos do you have? Oh man, I'm covered in junky half rate. I shouldn't say that. The guy that done them did pretty good, but I mean, he done them in his kitchen, you know. Like most of I think I got like one tattoo from a tattoo shop, and the rest are like my friends, you know, like in their kitchens and on their back porch. I've got that one. That was a pretty big one, and I got that. I got the angel and the devil. Yeah, I'm covered. I'm covered in prison tattoos, although I've never been to prison. um, see, Wild Bill says there are a lot of wilds in here. Yeah, it's a wild house I got here. Um, Rhino needs to add wild to his name. And we'll have Wild Rhino. It says, hi, Starbucks money is like gold to the wife and kids. Yeah, man. If there was any business that I could copy, like, because I've looked into buying a few restaurants. I actually went out to Bakersfield, California, and looked at a pizza shop out there, bar and pizza place. Wasn't a bad deal. Almost bought it. Just couldn't get it in my head that I was going to be in Bakersfield. Like, I lived in San Diego for a while, so California wasn't my beef. It was just Bakersfield. I was like, I moved to California to move to Bakersfield. Like, not nothing against Bakersfield. It's just like, when you think of moving to California, you're like, hey, I'm going to move to, somewhere really nice, and then you're in the desert in Bakersfield. But yeah, if I could own any kind of restaurant or copy anybody, man, Starbucks. No, wouldn't even hesitate. Starbucks. I don't know what they're putting in that coffee over there. I don't know if it's crack. I mean, it's like more potent than crack. You know what I mean? Like, when I was in San Diego, the street I lived on, there was literally, within walking distance, there was like 4 Starbucks. Like, you could stand on one corner and see the other Starbucks. You could walk to that Starbucks, look from that corner and see I mean, it was like they were so close together. But yet, the drive-through would be out in the street half the time. So, so yeah, Starbucks would be the one I would copy. Let's see. Wild Bill says, hey, Rhino, what's up, brother? Yeah, Wild Rhinos in the house. Swamp Girl, that beer load is dry. Okay. I was wondering about that. I know you said you pulled reefer, so, sometimes you get those beer loads that have to be, like, temperature controlled, and those are good money, if you can get them. A lot of the big guys do those now, though. Like, I know when Budweiser started doing it, was like Budweiser Select or something like that. They shipped that in a reefer like year round. They kept that beer at like, it never was a hot beer. It was like brewed, and then it was like cold, and it was kept cold like the whole process, or the whole transportation. So those loads used to pay really good because they didn't just want them sitting around all the time. But as most things, when something pays good and there's an abundance of it, that's why the big carriers have sales guys. You know what I'm saying? They go out there and they sell it. They sell that service. And yeah, I never got any more of those loads. I used to get them from like Kansas City back up to Minneapolis, but I'm sure somebody with 2,000 trucks came in and just said, bam, it's ours, like, who was it? I was doing something in Minneapolis, intermodal, and man, JB Hunt, or not JB Hunt, I don't know why I said JB Hunt, Schneider came in up there in Minneapolis, and it was like, all right, there goes the intermodal game. Schneider just gobbled it all up. So that's how the big guys work. Rhino says, living it up in Eugene, Oregon, LOL, picking up blackberries and toting a cold beer. Blackberries and cold beer. I ain't gonna argue it. Whatever floats your boat. I like Eugene, Oregon. God, I ain't been over that way in so dang long. Let's see. Wild Bill says, sweet. GP Transco in the house. There you go, everybody. What's up, GP Transco? Thanks for coming in. I gotta tell you guys, if you're looking for a place to work and you want to be, like I say, drive in with the drop and hook action, check out GP Transco. One of the few carriers that have a YouTube page by the way, which I find interesting. Um, it's good marketing. I like it. Rhino says, that's a year's worth of mashed potatoes. Yeah. Um, you know, the broker was just like, get rid of them, and I had a load to pick up, and I didn't have time to like go somewhere and dump them. So I literally stacked mashed potatoes in my passenger floorboard up to the dash, the passenger seat, like, 3 or 4 cases high, like my whole floor in the sleeper, in between the seats. It was God, I'd have to go back and look, but if I'm not mistaken, there was like four 6-pound bags of potatoes per box. I mean, you got to think 6 pounds of potatoes. They were for restaurants. You know what I mean? So like, these are some big bags of mashed potatoes. So you got like 25-pound boxes of mashed potatoes, and God, I want to say there was like 25 of them. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was 1,000 pounds, at least 1,000 pounds. I mean, I had them stacked everywhere in here. I kept a few bags. I had some garlic mashed potatoes. Not bad. I was just double dog daring somebody to cut me off. I would sling a bag of mashed potatoes out the window at them. I had an abundance of potatoes. I found a Love's out in like, that was in California. I found a Love's in like New Mexico. It had a dumpster, and yeah, I just pulled up and rolled down the window, and like I was throwing boxes of mashed potatoes out the window. It was quite the scene. Pyre says, make the upper bunk a walk-in freezer. Oh man. Did dog food loads. Didn't buy dog food for 2 years. Yeah, I used to do a lot of dog food out of Lebanon, Tennessee. Used to be Nutro. I think I went by there a while back. I don't think it's Nutro anymore. Somebody else must have bought out Nutro. Because when I started, it was like Purina Meals, and then it became Nutro, something else. But it's right there off of 40. You see it when you drive by on 40 going through Lebanon, Tennessee. Just east of Nashville there. GP Transco says, at Wild Bill Anderson. Hi there. Yeah, appreciate you coming in, GP. Everybody, like I say, as being a company driver, GP is one of these companies I would definitely look at, because, I mean, let's face it, I don't recommend being a reefer driver if you're going to be company, because there's too much wait time in it. I don't recommend flatbed unless you want to be a flatbed driver in the future. Then you got to earn that skill. And unless you're like trying to learn a new skill, if you just want to be a company driver, and there ain't nothing wrong with being a company driver. If you just want to be a company driver, make the most money possible, I would look at one of these companies like GP. They pay you. They're dropping hooks. It's dry van. It's not going to be like you pull up at some, beef production facility and they tell you to wait 24 hours. You're probably not going to run into much of that. So, yeah. Sounds like GP's got it going on over there. Definitely would check them out. Do y'all auction off y'all's trucks, GP? Because I like how y'all have y'all's trucks set up. So I may be looking at buying one of those whenever y'all get rid of them in a couple years. Rhino says, Mark's channel. Oh, sorry, I missed it here. Ryan, we met on another trucking live stream. Yeah, Mark's Trucking Answers, probably. That's where most of the people that come in here come from. I got a few that come from different places, but yeah. Let's see, Rhino, and I saw the Trio You Guys Truck and Trucking Answers. Yeah, this guy Trucks and Trucking Answers. They did a 3-way conference call. I don't know what you would call that. It was pretty interesting. I liked it. Of course, I watched both of those guys, so yeah, it was pretty good. Wild Bill says, "Hey GP Transco, I'm off today and tomorrow. Uh, are those scheduled days off, Wild Bill, or are you just playing hooky?" Rhino says, "That's the same fridge I got. Not much room, but it does the job well enough, I guess." Yeah, yeah. In my whole plan I have for this whole side over here, I actually thought about taking out the cabinet where my refrigerator is, like this cabinet here where the refrigerator is, taking out there down, and taking out this refrigerator, and building a cabinet setup that went all the way from where my bunk is or my bed is all the way to the dash, and like putting like not a full-size refrigerator, but a much bigger refrigerator in there, like a jumbo college refrigerator. You know the ones I'm talking about? They're not like, you know, they're like a dorm refrigerator, but they're a lot bigger. So yeah, I got a whole scheme going for this over here. It's going to kill the resale value, but you know, hey, what do I care? All right, let's see here. I had to crank the truck up for a second. It's getting a little warm in here. Let's see, where am I at? Let's see. Okay, GP Transco says, "Wow, Bill Anderson, nice." Don's in here. Don, appreciate you coming in. I think you were like the first one in here, if I'm not mistaken. Then in the winter, your beverages would be frozen. Yeah. You talking about in the Coleman cooler or the? Because yeah, the Coleman cooler. If you're talking about beverages freezing in that, if you let it get cool in this truck, yeah, it will freeze them. Like I said, that Coleman cooler is not a refrigerator. It is a cooler. It just cools below what the ambient temperature is. So yeah. Let's see here. Wild Bill, haha, GP Transco, when I start at your company, I plan on the same thing or more, haha. Oh yeah. Wild Bill's got plans to be at GP Transco, it sounds like. So everybody better get over there before Wild Bill gets there. Let's see. Because you know Wild Bill's going to get all them miles. Rhino says, "LOL, Wild Bill, honesty is everything." Wild Bill says he agrees. Paul Harris says, "You can saute in the Instapot. They also make an air fryer top for the Instapot." Alright, yeah, I gotta start doing some more research on the Instapot, because you know, I did the basic research on it. I watched a few YouTube channels, you know, where I mean, there's people that's got YouTube channels based on just the Instapot. It is amazing to me. I seen one lady, like every video she's got is about Instapot recipes and ideas, and she's got like 250,000 subscribers. So apparently there's something to this Instapot craze. Paul Harris says, "LOL, as a truck driver, I have seen most of the exit signs of America's attractions." Yeah, I mean, a lot of the things I really wanted to see when I came out here, I've kind of, you know, ticked them off the old bucket list. So, Rhino says, "Paul Harris, it's quite an exhilarating experience to see all the exit ramps to all the cool stuff." Yeah, you know, I used to tell people that when I first got into trucking, you know, they're like, "Where are you at?" I'd be like, "Oh, I'm in, I don't know, pick a city, you know, Philadelphia." And they'd be like, "Oh, cool, how is it there?" I'm like, "I don't know, I'm sitting beside the railroad tracks in like the worst part of town possible, trying to get trying to pick up a load." And I'm like, you know, as a trucker, if like, you don't go to the nice, cool parts of town. You've got to make an effort to get to there. You know, I do love Uber, that is awesome that you can, most major cities, I can catch an Uber to wherever I want to go now. I remember used to, like, in West Memphis, I would stop in West Memphis and I'd go to watch a movie or something. It'd be like a $28 cab ride just to go over to the movie theater. So, shout out to Uber, man. Even more so, shout out to Lyft here lately. I've been using Lyft more than Uber, and been getting better deals. I mean, it's the same thing. I used to be an Uber driver. I got over 4,000 Uber trips in Minneapolis, and I got quite a few Lyft in too. But so it's the same. But I feel like I've been getting better deals on Lyft here lately. Rhino says taco semi. Yeah. Come on over. I'll I'll hook you up with some truck stop nachos. Don says I have a casserole size Hot Logic Mini, which is a slow cooker. Then when I stop, my meal is ready and hot. Yeah, I've seen those Hot Logic. South Georgia Hot Shot uses one of those. Got me thinking about that too. Anything to not, like, I'd much rather cook. I'm not the greatest cook, but there's just something about, like, cooking your own food. It's just way better. You get the experience when you cook it. You know what I mean? Like you get the smell of it cooking. You get, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's just better. Wild Bill says flatbed is a young man's beast. Yeah, you ain't just kidding, Wild Bill. Yeah. It's definitely not for me. Rhino says, hell, Wild Bill, I'm 43 and running circles around some of these youngsters. Yeah, that's key to it right there, man. That's what I was saying. If you're good at securement, yeah, no doubt, man. No doubt. You will, you got a leg up on everybody if you're good at securement. Let's see. Swamp Girl says, what time is it over there? 19:03 p.m. here. Yeah, I stay on Central Time. I don't even care when I go east or west. I stay on Central Time. So, 7 something here for me. Local time, probably an hour ahead though. Well, I know it's an hour ahead. I'm way into North Carolina. All of North Carolina is Eastern anyway. So yeah, definitely. Swamp Girl says the feed is running really slow. Yeah, sorry about that. I have AT&T. They're junk. Don't ever use AT&T. I was thinking about it the other day. If AT&T wanted me to be their spokesman, how much would it cost them? Too much. That's how much it would cost. Let's see. But yeah, I'm fixing to hop off here, guys. Let's see here. Just want to check and run through these comments real quick. Make sure I didn't miss no questions or anything. Rhino says, gotta get supper. Safe travels. Yeah, thanks, Rhino, for stopping by. Appreciate it. Wild Bill says, jail cell tattoos. Yeah. I basically let them practice on me. I got a palm tattoo. It's actually my YouTube logo. I've had that longer than I've had the YouTube channel. I actually have to get it redone. It started coming out right there. But yeah, how many people do you know have their YouTube channel logo tattooed on them? See here. Wild Bill says, gotta earn the wild in your name. It's not just give it. Okay. I respect that. Let's see. Coors always keeps their beer chilled. Okay. Is that why it tastes like it does? I don't know. I'm not a Coors fan. I got influenced by Kid Rock one time, and I drank a 12-pack of Coors and a bottle of Jim Beam, and yeah, didn't end well. Didn't go well. I'll just leave it at that. Swamp Girl 69 says, where can I buy that top? You talk. What top are you talking about? Surely you're not talking about my shirt. I know women sometimes call shirts tops. Or am I missing something? Where can I buy that top? I'm probably missing something. Oh, okay, never mind. I'm an idiot. For the air fryer. Yeah. Uh, why would I think you'd want to buy my shirt? God, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Definitely want an air fryer. Um, Rhino says pork chops and mashed taters, coffee and sweet tea. Yeah, no doubt. Throw some gravy on all of that. Let me know about it. Rhino says, guess I'm gonna have to check out the Instapot, I reckon. Man, I'm telling you the things I seen on it. I was pretty dang impressed. I was in Target the other day and I seen one, and I said, I had the baby with me, and we was gonna go buy some toys, and then we was gonna come back from buying toys, and I was gonna get me an Instapot. And then damn, I got home and I have the worst memory ever. Let's see here. Don says yes, the Coleman cooler. Yeah, that Coleman cooler is definitely worth that $100, but it's not a refrigerator. Just keep that in mind. It's for sodas and stuff like that. But Rhino says, ouch, not a good mix. Pork chops, taters. Pork chop taters, that's a good mix. Alright guys, I'm about to lose my voice. I'm going to hop off of here. I appreciate everybody coming in. I appreciate the super chats everybody left me. I will put that to good use and buy more Huggies probably. But I appreciate everybody coming in. I always like the lives. Nice to chat with everybody, see what everybody's up to. I've still not received a phone call. I think I'm fixing to go find a spot and park it for today and get up and try it again in the morning. Later, everybody. Take care of each other out there. Appreciate everybody. Bye.